First of all, Gus, what were you doing bringing condoms on this trip? First of all... No, I'm literally obsessed.
Hey besties! Welcome to
Literally Obsessed.
It's Cassy
And Brittany.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to a very special episode.
You know what I was thinking?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to cut you off. It's because you're doing the nail thing.
Yeah.
You did it in like the last episode.
I
Well,
did.
you've done it in like the past 3. I was like, I can't wait to watch this back in like a year and for you to be like, why did I do
Like,
that?
that's the dumbest hand motion ever. Yeah, because it probably is. I don't know
It's
why.
just funny.
It's like my little tick I have.
I wonder how many things we do on podcast or in this podcast that we look back on like even a couple months later and it's like, why did we do that?
Well, yeah, because we even look at our first episode and I can't even get through it.
I don't watch it.
I can't even watch it. If I could delete it off the face of the internet, I would. But it also is special to me because it's our first episode.
Yeah.
So it's I guess, memorable. But you're right. I look into the trends like from
You're right.
2 years ago and I go, damn.
Oh,
I go, girls, what am I doing? What am I doing?
yeah.
here? Why did I wear that?
Just had to point out.
You'll see it more. Sorry, if you're just listening, it's that little clap thing with the nail.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but yay! Exciting episode, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We are coming back at you with another M-Hen book, Miss Beach Read today.
That's
so
right.
We're doing a little deep dive. Really excited. When I was rereading this, I just started crying more and all this shit. So I'm really excited to get into it. But I don't think I have anything else.
Okay. Oh,
Let's do our little thing.
content and spoiler. Guys, I've been messing up lately.
It's okay.
Honestly, if you listen to us, you should know by this point. But content warning, this book is a little spicy.
Mm-hmm.
And also, y'all know us and how we talk. So, content warning there.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry if my stomach growls and everybody hears.
We're gonna get through it. I promise.
We are going to get through it. I just felt it coming on. And then, spoiler warning, as you all know with our deep dives, we are going to be talking about everything from the book. So if you haven't read Beach Read, maybe go and read it before
first.
coming back. And
you
we'll
will
be
not
here.
be mad at us. You will thank us, actually.
Yeah, great book. If you like spoilers, you could stay, but great book.
Great book, anyways. Okay, let's start off with number 1, our overall thoughts and ratings, and then we'll get into our deep dive. Would you like to go first?
Sure. I said 5 out of 5 every time, Miss Henry.
Yes, I
Y'all
agree.
already know. This, you do. You guys do know. The fingers. Okay, I've said before, Beach Read is probably my favorite Emily Henry book, or somewhere up there, top, maybe second. I don't know. It's somewhere up there. Now that I'm rereading them, I'm like, fuck,
I like that one too.
yeah, I'm having trouble.
I know. I'm the same way.
Love them all for different reasons.
Yeah.
So it's up there though.
Yeah, I would agree. 5 out of 5 for me. I would say for sure top 3, but I don't know where to place it in between the 3. Happy Place, Funny Story, and Beach Read.
Yeah.
Really don't know. I think it just, I guess, depends on my mood of which one reigns, but this one it's special.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's special.
It's special.
It has a special feeling to me.
Yes.
So for the deep dive, I tried to do it as chronologically as possible.
Yeah, you love to do not chronological.
The thoughts.
No, that's fair. I do that, but then I will go back and move them.
I should have done that.
No,
but
it's just to make it easy.
I was a little bit more chronological, except I didn't read any of yours.
Okay, I haven't read yours.
I'm just gonna reflect back on what I said and then add on to it if
Okay.
it's anything what you said too. But
yeah, that's what I figured.
yeah, I don't really know where I start. I think I just
My first thing is a bit into the book.
Okay, I can give you mine because this is kind of an overall feeling.
Okay.
So my first one is, I just said the one thing about me is that I will always love a she fell first, he fell harder trope, or I guess, thing. I know that this isn't technically that in a sense, but it does feel like he fell harder towards the end of it. And I don't know, I just really like that concept. And then again, just a long-awaited love, I guess rekindling of this weird tension, affection thing. It hits so hard and it makes me have hope in life. These guys are like 30 something.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, they were 22, 23 when they first met.
Yeah.
So good for life. But yeah, just needed to say loved the little love awaited
Yes.
moment.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry if I'm skipping too far.
No,
I just didn't have anything for the first, honestly, bit.
No, you're good. You're chilling.
Why do you think January? We got to talk about it. Are you turning the mic up or what?
I'm gonna let you go first because I want to know.
Okay, well, I should have written down my ideas. I just put why do you think January, and let's reflect. Actually, let's go back. So we know they're having this conversation in the car. This is chapter 12 actually, and I know this because I just went back and reread
the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay, so they're having this conversation in the car, and she's bringing up that he dates people. No, she's telling him that her dad cheated on her mom. Okay, he's like, that is shitty. Which, quick comment on that, he says that's shitty, and she's like, what would you know? Like, you've always only had 2-week relationships. Come to find out, this bitch got cheated on.
Yeah.
So shut up, January. Okay,
but I'm saying the wrong thing.
Truly. So then he says, like, yeah, but like fidelity was never my problem. And she says that he can't have fidelity in 2 weeks. And then he's like, I dated Tessa Armstrong, I think is her name, for a month. Like, I'll have you know. And then she's like, right, but there was a night at the party. We know the night at the party.
We know now.
We know. And he says they were broken up. She's like, that's crazy. You guys were together in the morning. He's like, right. I called her at the party and I broke up with her. She says, why would you do that? That's crazy. He says, why do you think January? So, bitch. I guess all to say, I guess it's just like, we'll talk about it later, but we end up finding out he's obsessed with her. So
we knew.
So crazy. When she talks about this frat party, she says that she's staring at him all night. Also, they're dressed up as fucking Ponyboy and Johnny. Okay.
Y'all know how we feel about the outsiders too.
So she's watching him and she's like, I feel like maybe he's watching me. Crazy, right? And then they end up dancing suggestively together. So how do we think it happened? Do we think he saw her? He said, she's looking at me. Tessa, we're over. Do we think that's what, because that's what I think happened. I think this bitch said, she's paying attention to me. This is my time to shine.
I think I'm the same theory as you, because I think it was like a one look and one it's over. Like, it's like a one and done. Right. And then he just immediately called and broke up with her. Because I can't think of the timeline otherwise. Right?
Yeah, because he does say he broke up with her at the party. So
that's the only time you think.
She had to have looked at him and he caught it. And he was like, it's my time to shine.
I'm gonna have that.
Yeah. Crazy. I also had to go back and reread. I said, wait, what happened after this party? And it was because fucking Shaddy, is that her name, shaved her head.
Yeah.
And so then they left the party. I'm like, but it was the beginning of the school year. You're telling me that they never and I'll get into my problems with Gus a little bit later because I have some words for him. But I'm like, you're telling me they went through the rest of the school year and
nothing,
which
is wild to me because you break up with somebody.
Yeah,
all because of this girl, and
to
you don't
dance
even
with her.
Fucking don't do anything.
He broke up with her for the chance to dance with her. He didn't even know he was going to dance with her. He just said she's paying attention to me,
so I have to break up.
I have to break up with her.
Crazy, Gus. Okay,
crazy.
First off,
he does admit that.
Wild for you. Sounds just about right to any young 20-year-old.
Yeah,
but good to know you had your faults. It's still fucking crazy though for one dance.
Yes,
and then for them to end in dancing, whatever.
And I just have to say something about why do you think January
gives me arms up, baby.
Best line in all of fiction. Like, what in the world, Emily Henry?
Oh, because you can hear this like snarky, like smirkiness that's coming from like, well, why do you think January?
Right. And then she has nothing to say to it, and then they just change the subject.
I would have been like, well, actually, I'll tell you my thoughts. I do.
Actually, let's talk about that night.
They love to miscommunicate in these damn books.
They really do.
Oh, pisses me off.
Yeah.
But why do you think January?
I don't know. Just had to bring that up because best line in all of fiction.
Best line of all of fiction. I'm not gonna lie. I did see you write that one thing because it was only in all caps. So
I did write that pretty early because I just wanted to make sure I had it in there.
As you should. Okay, my one thing is this book is kind of crazy.
Right.
I can't imagine being January at your father's fucking funeral
Right.
His mistress comes.
Right.
And then you have to fucking live in that house.
Because you're broke and you can't afford
You're
it.
homeless, you have no money, and you have a deadline. Okay? Your father just died. It was really rough. Your mother went through cancer.
Yeah, like twice.
A lot. You find out there's a mistress trying to talk to you.
She says, here's this key to a secret beach
ass
house
that you have no idea about.
Yeah.
Stay there, and then you go, and your whole fucking perception of your mom, or your dad, the mistress, your mom, even all of it gets just fucking conjungled. Yeah. Whatever the word is. I just had to say that because I was like, I kind of forgot before I reread, I was like, damn, I kind of forgot this was the plot.
Yeah.
Like, it was because of the funeral. Yeah. And also because just straight up, oh, who are you? Oh, I'm your dad's special friend, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally.
It just was crazy, and I don't know. But I do have a lot of questions about the whole cheating
Me too, bitch.
You do too?
I haven't, yeah.
Good.
A little bit later, but we can get into it. I don't care.
I just, all I have is I have no idea what the timeline is really, because I don't know, because I know he says like it's when they were separated, but then technically broken up. I don't know.
Let me just bring up then. I put it towards the end, but we can just talk about it now.
Beautiful.
So I said, I'm also confused.
I don't know what's going on.
According to Sonia, we're jumping ahead a bit, but at the end of the book, Sonia tells her that they reconnected during the separation, but then she says that things were better with the mom, and that was kind of it, right?
Right. It was
from Sonia's perspective, like he kind of stopped communicating with her.
It was kind of like, okay, I think it was a one-off. It was just done. Right.
But then she reads the letters, and he says that he is actively cheating on her mom.
Yeah.
So was it only during the separation, and that's when he wrote this letter, maybe, because they were technically still married, of like, I'm cheating on your mom? Yeah. Or is somebody lying?
I also couldn't tell. This might sound like a little bit of a stretch, but I was thinking, I was like, maybe he's feeling guilty that even him talking about this feels like cheating on his mom, on her mom, or like maybe they were still talking, maybe they weren't doing anything, but they were still like, again, it's just maybe the definition of cheating is what he's referring to. Yeah. I don't know what that means in their timeline, but the whole thing kind of was a little bit weird.
Yeah.
Because we got a different perspective from even her mom.
Yeah, when she doesn't really talk about it.
Right. And then Sonia is telling her this thing, which I feel like I believe Sonia the most out of like what the timeline looks like. And also
she did have her facts straight.
She literally had the dates. She had the receipts open, really.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not saying I feel for them because they're still cheated, technically, but just wild overall. And no, this is getting too much into. I'll pause. I have a different note about it later, but I just had it to like put a pin in that weird cheating scandal with the dad.
Yeah, it's weird. I do still have questions. He didn't really answer anything in the letter.
No, he just kind of like,
he just said, I'm cheating on your mom. I've already told her.
Love ya, kid.
Love ya. Sonia was my first love when I was 16. He didn't tell us shit.
He just said that was my first kiss. She's bright. Like cheated on.
But it is weird that she comes into the beach house and there's like pictures of them.
I'm like,
it does make it seem like it was a more drawn out affair and then like a couple months.
I agree. Which timelines in this whole ass book is kind of weird. Like the divorce with whatever. Honestly, that's getting into it.
Yeah. Okay.
You move on. I'm jumping way too ahead of myself right now.
Okay. Well,
I'm glad though. At least we're on the same
page. Yep. Okay. So, just a quick short little thing. This makes me cry. I realized something, and I reread, and then I still didn't realize it until I finished the book. Then I went, oh, wait a damn minute. They talk about their whole deal is that he's going to take her to research trips. She's going to take him on like romance, whatever, which looking back in the grand scheme of things, they did like one thing.
Yeah, just one.
They went to the carnival, and then I don't think they ever did anything romantic again, but I'll get into that later. So Gus says, he makes a joke like, should I bring a tux or should I wear a tux? And she's like, who owns a tux? They have this whole conversation back and forth. I don't really think anything of it. It's kind of a running joke as it goes, like, should I wear a tux? He has a tux because he got married.
Don't destroy me like that.
I realized it at the end. I like finished the book.
Oh my god, you're so fucking right.
Yeah, I don't know what moment
Didn't he kind of get sad? Or didn't he get sad, but he was joking, but it's like...
Well, I think she made fun of him. She's like, who would own a tux? Like, you don't own a tux or something. Like, and I don't know, he kind of like... He's like mopey, so he kind of like makes a joke out of it. But something hit me at the end, and I went, oh, he owns a tux because he got married. And granted, he could have rented a tux. So don't even get me started. He put money into this.
Oh, fuck.
You know how expensive tuxes are?
Tuxes are very expensive.
Well, you know how expensive a wedding dress is? Crazy that a guy can rent a tux.
But a woman can't. But she has to buy a shit.
Yeah. Which in the grand scheme of things, maybe I'd prefer to just keep it.
Well, yeah, I would too.
Like, I would prefer to have it for...
Why don't you just keep your tux too?
Right. So...
That's what he did.
Really reflective of men, actually.
Honestly, the whole story.
Not
men
Gus.
Fucked up.
Yeah. But...
Yeah, no, wild. That is so fucking sad.
Yeah.
And I would have honestly never thought that.
I don't know. I was just... And maybe I'm wrong, but I'm probably not.
You're probably not.
I'm probably right.
True. What else did he use it for?
Why else would you need a tux? Like, I get he's an author, but what is he going to
seen...
galas every week?
I don't think so. That doesn't sound like him.
Huh.
On the subject of Gus, though, I said, Gus. Oh, Gus. He's truly very... I know we were just talking about how he's kind of fucked up, but I think that he's perfect even with his flaws because I think he knows that he's fucked up in the past.
Right.
And I think he knows that he will continue to fuck up, obviously, in the future. Mm-hmm. And that was a huge hurdle for them in their relationship, that he just felt basically unworthy of everything and all this stuff, and he's just so grumpy. But I just want to say, because I feel like every time we do a deep dive with these characters, I have to comment on just who they are as a person. And for Gus, I just truly loved that he continued to just push his limits of how he viewed himself and how he viewed his like own worthiness of being in a relationship. And then January also saw that in a new light too, but that made like it was defined for herself and the way she viewed love, all of it. Just thought that they were this is to you, Emily, who's listening, very well developed characters. So I just want to give you little claps for that. Gus was just so perfect. That's all I have to say.
I agree. My one rereading this, I said I forgot this little minor detail. Reading that he smokes cigarettes.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Red flag.
Forgot about that.
And I said, Gus,
he said he was going to stop.
We will have to have a conversation about this to move forward in our relationship. But I'm going to excuse it for now. He's the only person I'll excuse it for. Because he's perfect. He's my perfect little boy.
I love him so much.
Ew, that was giving Susanna. It's just my perfect...
Fuck, Jeremiah. We have to talk about all of it.
Oh my god, we do.
We haven't talked about it.
Episode 5 came out and we haven't talked about it, guys.
Screw the episode. Let's go.
Actually, forget. We're done.
We're done here.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we do. Okay. Anyway, Olive Garden.
Olive motherfucking Garden.
Olive Garden.
The steamiest,
okay,
most intimate.
I wrote a quote for us. Let's read it together. His knee pressed into mine and heat pulled between my legs. I pressed back. His rough fingertips tentatively, whoa, Californians, we don't pronounce our T's, tentatively touched my knee, slid up until he found my hand. Why did that sound weird? His rough fingers tentatively touched my knees, slid up until he found my hand. Slowly, I turned my palm up to him and his thumb drew heavy circles on it for a minute. What
Olive Garden are you going to, girl? And book me a table.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Well, here's my comment on it. I can see it all clearly in my head. That is crazy. Okay, I guess my comment on... I can't even form words right now.
You're so flustered.
I'm overwhelmed. My thing with books, and I am not complaining at all. And in writing my own book, I find myself doing this as well. And sometimes I'm like, am I pushing it too far? They have these little moments in books, because obviously we're building the tension, right? You're telling me they're at an Olive Garden under the booth, they're touching knees, he goes up her leg, up her thigh, right, to touch her hand, or he touches her hand, she turns her hand over, and he's drawing little circles in it. First of all, how uncomfortable. Have y'all been to an Olive Garden? They're pretty big booths, right?
No, they are.
I'm
far
imagining
apart.
them.
She's just like,
there's no way their knees were bumping, but whatever. Maybe Olive Gardens are different in
fucking Michigan
or wherever they are. But what? Because what are you thinking?
I'm gonna face you.
Are you gonna?
Would you say like this is too close to me for an Olive Garden booth?
This seems too close.
But my knees can't even. They're not even.
There's no way.
There's like a foot, 2 feet.
To be fair, Gus is tall, right?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking
like
5'6" and like what are you 5'3"? Okay,
barely.
So that does.
His long ass legs could have reached far, I'm sure.
I could understand bumping like feet, but knees,
and then to where she's just going like this, and he's comfortably
reaching under the booth. That's I think what's weird to me is it's not over there.
Half his arm is underneath the booth. They're like, "Sir, would you like cheese on your pasta?" He's like, "No, I would not." Like what? I don't know. Just physics isn't real in this book.
It doesn't make any sense. And I think that proves my point even more, is that in these moments where they're building tension, it's like, how are y'all just not going to talk about this? Like, what was that? Right? You're telling me that happened. Who let go first? Did they finish eating their pasta? Did they finish their wine? They drove back home. Nobody is going to be like, so can we talk about how we held hands under the booth like we were teenagers? Right?
And you friskily circled my palm.
I thought about it. So maybe this is a me problem. Okay. Maybe. And I can't even say, it's not like they're flirting, dating, like they're just hanging out. I can't say I've ever had an experience with a boy where he's done these flirty little weird things that I'm like, are we pushing boundaries right now? Have you?
Yeah.
But were you guys like dating?
No. We were not.
I don't think I've ever done any
situationship, but
a known to both of you
that it was a situationship. Yeah.
Okay, but that's the difference. That's what I'm saying.
I think one was a little bit more in denial than the other.
Okay.
But I would say though, weird things like that happened, and I never fucking said anything. Mm-hmm. I went. Ooh.
Actually, well.
But I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from though, because it's just like, okay, that was obvious that there was.
It's weird, right?
Something weird, but I feel like I've been in moments that I've been like, oh, not gonna point that out.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I don't know. I feel like, and maybe this is like a more dull. Like, there's somewhere it's like we almost kiss, our lips brushed. And then next chapter we moved on. I'm like, wait.
I'm sitting down.
I don't think I've ever been to the point of almost kissing, of brushing lips with someone. Weird. Brushing lips with somebody and then just moving on, and like, surely they don't like me.
I've been in, okay, they're 30 though, right? At this point they're in their 30s. I did that maybe at like 19.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm. You
100%
brushed lips and questioned if this person liked you.
I didn't. We almost kissed, like for sure, almost. Then something had like stalled it, and then we never talked about it again.
That's fair.
I don't know, but this is very teenage love vibe as 30.
I don't know. Just sometimes I'm like, oh, why is nobody talking about this?
They don't like to talk to me.
Maybe I'm a confrontational person.
Maybe.
And you know what? I am.
So really, you answered your own question.
About things, yeah, I guess you're right, because thinking about things I have confronted, so it's a me problem.
Yeah. Well, it's not a problem, but I get what you're saying. It is like, I guess they're just nervous. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I'd be spiraling after that happened.
Oh, the spiral happens. She's just handling it weird? Question mark?
Yeah.
This is small, but I just want to say, to be told that a guy back in college actually liked you, and then it's also because at the same time you're hearing that he has a wife that's not really an ex-wife. Mm-hmm. At the weird wild card to be told all of that at once. Right. Really interesting.
Yeah.
That's all I kind of had to say about that.
No, that's fair.
I just thought, I was like, because when you're reading it, I feel like you're like so understanding about like what's going on with Gus, and like you see his perspective. But I pulled out for a second and I went, honestly, on paper, this sounds really interesting. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, like, yeah, I liked you a lot. Blah, blah, we're doing all these things. I'm still in the middle of a divorce.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh.
Yeah, timing comes a little weird.
I'm telling you, Gus is not good with timing.
No.
He's perfect, but he's not a good timer.
No, he's not.
Neither is January, really, but really just, yeah, thought it was weird.
Okay, I just had to bring up chapter 13 for a second because that's a masterpiece. If y'all didn't know, it's titled The Dream, and I'm gonna read
The whole thing is good.
I'm gonna read the entirety of the chapter for us. It's a long one, so buckle in. It says, I dreamed about Gus Everett and woke up needing a shower.
It's so fucking amazing.
Like, Emily,
you're
that
so,
was good.
I
You're
remember
iconic for that.
going back and going, hold on, did I did it get cut?
It's just the way that she went, and that's the chapter. Like, and you're right. That's all we need. Chapter.
Because she said, I'm gonna let you guys decide what that dream was.
Exactly.
And I loved it.
Exactly.
I loved it. It was so funny. I was hoping you were gonna put it in there.
Of course I will.
Okay. We have to go on the subject of Markham and how I fucking hate her.
Bitch. No, because
all I wrote was fuck Markham.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to jump ahead for this as well.
You wrote it down?
I did write it down, but it's a little bit lower, but I'll jump to it.
Sync. It's fun when
okay,
we sync.
let me jump ahead. Let me get my whole fucking thoughts.
Guys,
you can go first because you brought it up.
Okay,
you can go first.
All I said was fuck Markham because one, didn't know Markham was a girl.
Right.
Until obviously, so did not January. But what the fuck? Who would be... I don't have words for it. Why would you stay friends with somebody who is your divorce lawyer, who is taking side of your ex-wife? I'm sorry. I just... Gus, be fucking for real.
Right.
That's not how you do it.
So I said something earlier. Okay, I'll just address it when we get there. But, okay, I said, this bitch is not a good friend.
No.
Okay? She's... to restate, she's their divorce lawyer, but he says she's not biased. This is your friend. Of course she's gonna be biased. As a lawyer, it should be a third party, no contact type of person. Okay, please. And she's both of their friends, not even just one. So there is some bias in it. For this bitch to be his close childhood best friend, okay, to continue hanging out with his ex after what she did to him. She cheated on him. And for him to say, like, yeah, I mean, it sucks that she, like, throws me a party and then I see her partying in Cabo with Naomi. What?
Why the fuck
what
would you
a
stay
fucking
friends with her?
bitch, right? Okay, and then on top of that, for her to insist on throwing him a party every single year, and maybe the intentions are good, but when he doesn't want to party and is like, obviously, even if he hasn't straight out said I don't want to party, he's not even in the party. He's out on his balcony or his
poor thing,
whatever, his porch, not having a good time. Pick it up as a friend and be like, hey, maybe I shouldn't do this
anymore.
Like, listen to your friend. I don't know.
It's that whole part where she was like, who were you on the phone with? Was that like Naomi or whatever? And he's like, oh, that's Kayla Markham. And she's like,
who?
She's like, I thought Markham was a guy.
Right.
Like, this is the friend all the way since you were a kid. You
right.
know, like, whatever. And then he's acting like kind of nonchalant about the whole situation.
Yes.
And then she's like, wait, I'm sorry, what? Like, so you were talking to her about the divorce, or like, it was something around that conversation,
right? And
then he's just like, yeah, well, she's just handling the divorce, and I think it's all just gotten messy, which is weird because, you know, we only owned like the cars and like a dog, I think it was like a pet or something, and that's pretty much it. So I don't know why it's like taking forever and all this stuff. And I'm like, if it were me and I wanted a divorce or anything settling,
right,
it's happening quickly,
right,
without someone who knows the other person,
right. Yes, I agree. And I have something on the divorce, but obviously I wrote a lot more in the beginning parts than you did. So
sorry, go back.
No, because we're on the subject, so we're going to talk about it. This morning I was cleaning. For some reason I was thinking about how much I hate Markham. And I was just like, I also am a little bit upset with Gus. And I feel like this is a kind of a thing in every Emily Henry book. Maybe not every, but similar to Funny Story, where he like kind of goes missing and he's helping out whatever the bitch's name is, Petra.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's like, why is there a miscommunication here? Why are you not just, you're into this girl, be honest with her, right? And so we find out that he left to go meet up with Naomi, however you say it. I don't actually give a fuck. However, he met up with her. Mm-hmm. To like sign the divorce papers or something. So that's why he was missing that like week or whatever earlier in the book. But he just hooked up with January.
Oh, this pisses me off.
Okay, and like we can get whatever. Okay, hasn't even, they're naked still, and he answers his fucking phone. First of all, I would have probably just let it go to voicemail.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just had sex.
You just had sex with like the love of your life. Okay. He goes to answer his phone. Mood immediately changes. He says, I have to take this. Let yourself out.
Oh bitch. My God.
What?
Also, might I say the sex scene was a sex scene.
Right.
It was like sex.
Yeah.
This
we
was some
really are
jumping
around.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. We'll get back on track eventually. I just have to talk about it because what I was thinking is, why didn't this bitch just say, it's my divorce lawyer, I have to take this? It's Markham. Even if he didn't want to reveal she's a girl, even though he didn't act like it's a big deal, it's Markham. I'm sorry. This must be some sort of emergency. I have to take this. Why did he have to act so sketchy?
He said, get the hell out.
Literally, he said, fine. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
She's naked.
She's naked on his couch.
Oh, she's better than me, because I would have been like, fuck you, I'm out.
And then I don't want to jump ahead too much, but her still going to the party, fucking crazy. Let me jump back because
just fuck Gus.
Guys,
okay, this is just to take away this from the episode. If you have something, communicate that, okay? Yeah, so absolutely fucking not. I'm sorry. Absolutely not. That's all I had to say. Just communicate, guys. Okay. If you have an issue, the worst thing that could happen is you guys argue for a second. Mm-hmm. Maybe that was the worst aftercare I've heard of.
Yes.
Going, ooh, ex-wife.
Okay, let me say my points that will lead us up to that scene. That way we can just get back on.
Yeah.
Back on track. Okay. Well, I just had to say real quick, it makes me so sad. Gus has a very sad backstory, and we'll get into it, I'm sure. But it makes me so sad that there's a part where he shows up like at her door and he's leaning on the door frame, or she is leaving his house. I think it's when that guy comes over for the interview. He's like leaning on the door frame, and then she says, quote, he's always leaning on something, like he couldn't bear to hold all his own weight upright for more than two. Oh my God, I can't read. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me take it again.
Take two.
He's always leaning on something, like he couldn't bear to hold all his own weight up. Fuck, that's what's throwing me up. All his own weight upright for more than a second or two.
He's dealing with a lot.
It's like, oh my gosh.
He's damaged.
What a beautiful way to look at somebody leaning. And then later she says that fucking Naomi is leaning on something, and she questions who picked up the habit from who. That's all. I just had to bring up that because he is always leaning on something. And then I said, I am dying at this part. It's when he's talking about his matching tattoos that they got after their wedding, and he got it covered up. And she's like, okay, maybe I shouldn't ask about this. He says, I told you I wanted you to know me. Sweet. You can ask anything you want. And then she says, or she thinks, it sounded sort of like, get on top of me now.
Yes, bitch. Because that's basically what it translated.
That's basically what he said.
That's the most intimate thing someone could have ever told you.
Yeah,
just like ask me whatever. I'll tell you whatever I want.
She's like, okay, take me to the room right now.
That was an invitation. Oh yeah. The thing about this is January, I wouldn't say out of all of them, but she was so relatable in like so many ways, and in ways like that.
The way that this book is written, it has like a very distinct internal monologue.
Exactly.
Or
That's
even
perfect.
things where she's explaining like, we ended up dancing with on question mark in parentheses each other. Like it's these things where she's like questioning her own storytelling.
It's good. It's so good. And I think you're right. Like their inner monologue is so unique and real. And I just loved it, because shit like that, I'm like, yeah, we would probably think that too.
Yeah.
But that's so cool.
Okay, now I think we can talk about the scene, and this will get us back on track.
Yes.
So the scene, magical, beautiful,
fucking
everything.
majestic.
We're gonna talk about the good parts, and then we'll get into the bad parts.
We have yin and yang.
Yin and yang. So I do just have to say that Gus said some beautiful things during this scene.
If I was told these things,
Gus is a talker. I was like, mind you, they're mid-act right now, and he's saying all these beautiful
words.
words.
This is the smut part for anyone who knows us. Click the fuck away. Okay? Click the fuck away. Because I'm going to say things I don't want to.
And that's a threat.
That's a threat.
So, okay. Here are some of the things that he says. He says, this is a beautiful quote. He says, "You're so beautiful, January." Oh, let me just actually read how she said this. "You're so beautiful, January," he whispered, kissing me more tenderly. "You're so fucking beautiful. You're like the sun."
God.
And then he says, "I've wanted you for so long." And then she's like, "Right, me too, ever since
The
ever
party?
No, ever since, oh fuck. Oh, the
Oh,
drive-in. Oh my god, we didn't talk about the drive-in.
I forgot about the drive-in. How did I forget
I forgot about the drive-in until this very moment.
Guys, the drive-in.
Guys,
Fuck.
oh my god.
Wait, guys. That was before
this. They kiss. They don't just kiss, they
make the
out.
fuck out.
They get kicked
Fuck,
out because
how
it's a
did we-
family-friendly event.
We fucking forgot
He's
about
like
this.
feeling her up in their car that's
Just
open.
want to say too, what a beautiful setup that the drive-in was. You know what I mean? Like the way that it was all set up.
So sorry, they did go on 2 romantic dates then.
Still not really enough and
Still
equal
not
to
enough.
what he did. Anywho, drive-in, holy shit.
Holy shit, why did we forget about that?
They're really bringing in this angst they got when they were early 20s.
And I love that
And
for
I
them.
love that for them. Feel young.
That's another moment though. Okay, they were together because let me just reflect on it
Yes, I know
real
you're about
quick.
to say, yeah.
Okay, because they're like sitting next to each other. She says that there's always like one body part of them touching. They end up, she's like, "I have to go to the bathroom," hits her head. They end up making out. Okay, and then they just move on like nothing
Weird.
happened.
Yeah, weird.
I can't say I've always been the one to confront the situation.
Like we're circling back.
I was gonna be like, I would demand answers. I get it.
Probably not.
I do get it now that I think about it a little bit more.
But that scene was also ruined.
Yeah, by the fucking security guard.
Yeah. And I'm
or
just,
whatever.
I don't know. Oh my god, you're right. It was right before. How did I forget about
Okay, so right.
Anyways,
Yeah.
going back. Do you want to go back or do you want to
Are we
dive
going,
in more?
Where are we going? Back to the smut scene?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Where are we going?
Sorry.
Which turnpike are we taking?
Yeah, okay. So he says, "I wanted you for so long." Let's actually dissect this. They're sitting on the couch. They've moved from the bookshelf.
To the couch.
You know we love to dissect a sex scene. They're up against the bookshelf.
Yeah.
Crazy. Uncomfortable for your back. My
Ouch.
scoliosis girlies out there. He moves them. He's sitting on the couch. She's straddling him.
Yes.
He says, "I wanted you for so long." She's like, "Yeah, me too, ever since the drive-in." And then he says, "No, for longer than that." And he says, like, "Before you open the door, before I saw you at the bookshelf," he flips her mid-talking, flips her. He's on top. And then he's like, "Before the frat party." And then, that's why he's a talker. This is a lot to talk about. And then
So
she's
hot.
like, I wanted to say it all back, but she couldn't. So she just says, "Oh," in response.
I just want to say, God bless a talker. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna just put that out there, like, because when you're talking like that, that is so, wow, that's endearing. That is sweet. That is beautiful. That makes it feel like it's an actual moment, not
Right.
just a hookup. Just beautiful. Gus, 100 points
100 points for
for
you.
Gryffindor.
Right.
Period.
And I just hate
It was such a good scene.
that January doesn't confirm her feelings back.
No, because January, you're also an issue of the miscommunication trope.
Oh my god, like I wish she would have just been like, "I have wanted you
you
since before the party." It would have made the scene
actually would have probably skipped the rest of the book. we would have
Yeah.
we would have
You're right.
gotten there quicker.
We needed a conflict, but
She could have at least, instead of gone
me too.
me too, same, because they love saying that.
They do love saying "same" during a sex scene.
I get it. You really have no time to say anything.
Yeah, you're working against the clock here.
You are, but it's just funny because she literally, a lot of the times she would just say "oh," or she would just be
Yeah,
like,
she doesn't know what to say,
okay.
which I get, but I just
Sure,
can't
me.
believe on top of her, they're going at it.
he's flapjacking her, and he's just like,
And he's telling her all these things about how much he wanted her.
that is the most intimate. I would have gotten off right there. That was an intrusive thought, but I'm so glad I said out loud.
Oh Oh my gosh. That is so funny. I get it.
God, I love the internet. It's on here forever.
Wow. Yeah, it's true.
I mean, I'm not saying anymore. I'm gonna dig a bigger hole.
Okay, so my next point is about the party. Is yours?
Mine was just about that scene, and it just says, Gus, you were thirsty for the kitty, but also so sweet.
And he was. And you know what's kind of crazy about this scene? Actually, let me circle back real quick. They are in her basement at first. They make out. They take off almost all their clothes.
Almost.
And then she's like, wait, we're responsible. We need a condom. And he's like, it's back at my house. They redress. They run to his house, undress again. They had like a little pre.
They had a little appetizer to the dinner.
Yeah, they had an appetizer. And then the dinner, and then dessert was cut short.
Very short. What I will say too is, can you imagine like being ready to go? You have to put all your clothes back on.
Yeah,
you're sweaty. It's a lot, right? And then you're having to like go, well, fuck.
Okay, I guess we'll just. I guess it was exciting. They're like,
imagine
we know what we're doing.
Quick that was to put on those clothes.
Yeah,
almost. Probably quicker than taking them off.
Boom, boom. They forgot their shoes. They ran across barefoot. Like,
imagine driving down the road and you just see the half dressed rushing to the other house.
Yeah.
Everyone's going,
Very either a murder is happening or they are having the best day of their lives.
It's so fucking funny. It's so
just
good.
Funny.
The party, we can go to the party.
Okay, well, because I feel like it all ties in. So the switch up at the party. Just Gus, why? Right? And this is what I said that I was going to reference to Markham. I feel like this is that bitch's fault.
Oh, 100%.
Because he talks to her on the phone and she's like, you need to be careful because you're crazy, blah, 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 blah. So then he is like reserved in the way that he's acting because he's like, oh, maybe she's right. This bitch just fucked everything up
100%.
Per usual. Okay.
Yeah.
But I also think that it is so sad that January questions like, what did I do? And she's like, why would he make that comment about wanting me? Like, was this just tying up a loose end for him?
Exactly.
That is so sad for her to be thinking like, okay, I guess this was just so that he could get what he wanted in the end because this is the type of guy he is. He just like hooks up.
It's so sad.
And then when they finally talk about it, and then, by the way,
book.
January. No, this is when they come back from the party.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I thought there was something in between, but I think
actually,
I'm wrong.
You're right. I'm so sorry. They talk about it a little bit later.
But whatever.
Whatever. They finally eventually talk. January still doesn't tell him how she feels. Whatever. But for him to say that he is stupid when it comes to her and how crazy he was for her in college.
Oh God, it hurts but feels good. It's like a good sting.
Yeah.
It's like a good scratch.
And you know what?
Feels
Fine.
so good.
Let me give Markham a little breadcrumb here. I understand it's like you saw your friend get hurt once and you're like, okay, I don't want you to get hurt again. You get stupid when it comes to this girl. Like, think straight. You know that she's leaving. Whatever. I'm still not gonna forgive it.
Something about the party, like all of it happened and the way it unraveled, it just made me feel like at that point in the book, I was like, is this ever going to get resolved?
Yeah.
It just felt like it was the same battlefield every single time.
Right.
And I was getting a little nervous. But when finally they were, what happens right after that
They
scene?
go, because they're supposed to go the next day. Tomorrow, this is happening currently. They're supposed to go the next day to the New Eden site. And then this bitch has an attitude.
He's like in a mood.
He has a fucking tude.
He's like, I guess if you want,
like
only if you want. Oh, nothing pisses me off than that. Pisses me off more off than someone going, well, only if you want. And I'm like, someone just make a goddamn decision.
Yes. And she's like, do you want me to go or not? And he's like, I mean, like, I
want you to want to go.
Yeah.
But only if you want to go. She's better than me.
I wouldn't have gone.
I would have said, okay,
I wouldn't have gone. Yeah. So anyway, they drive to the site. They have to fucking hike. They're not talking. What an uncomfortable day. She's with him at the research site, and he sends her back to the tent. She's like, I'm trying to be here. Am I cutting?
Yeah. No. I have something perfectly placed as to where we're talking about right now. But keep going. I think you're going there.
Well, she's like, I'm trying to be here for you. And then he sends her back to the tent. He finally comes back. She finally is like, can we talk about what has been going on between us? Bitch, it's about fucking time.
Thank God. It was rough.
That's when he finally admits, like, she's my divorce lawyer. La 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 la. She's
still
the one that
going
called. She's like, Markham's a girl. You're still going through. What?
Okay, because he had seen Naomi, right? By this point.
Yes, because he went to Washington or wherever she is.
And then he also saw her.
She comes to the book, which has not happened yet.
Okay, fuck. Then I need to hold on. I gotta move this down. Okay, I'm gonna remember that's later. But in this, because this is chapter 22, the trip. Also, I just have to say one note that I have is random, but I loved the titles and how they were all just like it helped me follow along with what the book was going. But I just loved this. Is called The Trip. This is one of my favorite things that during the reread I went during the reread I loved, and I had to actually like pause for a second and sit and go, damn, what does this mean for all of us, really? It says, maybe he thought someone had to bear witness to the dark, or maybe he hoped that if he stared into the pitch black long enough, his eyes would adjust and he'd see the answers hiding in it. I went, wow, that is a very deep quote, because to me it's seeming like wanting to like adapt to the darkness, of course, like seeing through it. And like both these characters, January and Gus, seem like they have to dive into the darkness in order to find happiness again. And I said, Emily Henry, you fucking mastermind by just explaining, because they're in the fucking wilderness, number one.
Right.
So for you to talk about like seeing through the dark and being like him wanting to like find the ability to see through it, I don't know why, but I actually had to sit and go, that is deep. Like that was really deep. So just like little like claps for you, Miss M. Hen. But I do want to say that during the trip, that whole scene of her feeling like, fuck, I did something wrong. This is always going to happen to me. Like, why do bad things happen? Like, all of the spiral that she was going through made me have anxiety, because I was like, fuck, she's right, though. Like, because he's giving her nothing. Like, he's sitting, she's like, asking like, well, do you want me to still go? And then sending her back to the tent, and she's just like, okay, like I wanted to be there for you, and he's like, well, I just didn't want you to have to be here for again, just overall inconsistent. And then this confession, this labor of love, really was so fulfilling to hear. It just felt finally like they were able to talk to each other, and I just couldn't, like, she was so sad, and she was just defeated, and the fact that we still had to go through another situation like that again at the very end of the book. So I was also gonna say on that, I think it's so sad. All of our technology is like failing at the same time. Okay. I think it's so sad that Gus says he is not really the type of guy that women want to date, just the kind that they want to hook up with, or like drunk text or get back at their boyfriends with or whatever. But then he doesn't want that with January. Like, he thinks he's so unworthy. Yes. It's so sad. I love my man. And then him just being like, but I don't want that with you. And then you know what? I'm so sorry. No, you go ahead. Because this is going to change it up a bit. So no, please. I was just going to say, I thought about this. I forgot to write it down. Thought about it the other day. I was like, they always do this in books. Okay. Yeah. No, because you don't know where I'm going. Oh, shit. I thought you were talking about egg on this. Okay, they always do this in books. And sometimes I'm like, we got to be realistic here, ladies. So they had sex on the 4th of July. Yeah. Right? Uh-huh. This is the next day. Yes. Following day. July 5th, if you will. They hook up again. Yeah. In the tent. I believe she makes a comment that they hooked up like 2 more times after. That same night, because they like stay in the tent or whatever. First of all, Gus, what were you doing bringing condoms on this trip? First of all, and not so just one, but multiple. You're telling me he's like, I always keep a pack with me. Like, what? Why? And easy access. It was in the front zipper of the backpack. Why did he bring, especially after they got in a damn fight? He's bringing condoms. He got what he wanted. He said, maybe we'll have a little makeup when we're out there. Anyway,
I just have to say that's so funny that he brought them anyway.
They do that
like
all the
wishful
time.
thinking, I guess. He's prepared. I get it. He's safe. I respect it.
I gotta ask the community.
Fellas,
do y'all always have condoms with you? Is this something that, like, do we need to start bringing condoms around? Like, is that...
You just never know.
Fuck.
Well, you know,
crazy.
Tip for you fellas. Tips with Brittany. Because guys usually keep them in their wallets, right?
Yeah, I
That's
hear.
really bad for them.
Really?
Did you know that?
No, educate us.
Well, I don't fully know the science behind it, but from what I've heard, something about it like messes up the condom and then it won't work.
Guys,
we don't want any babies out there.
No.
So.
If I see...
Maybe I'm wrong, but I heard it somewhere that it messes up it somehow.
I can kind of see that.
It could be if it's in there for... Maybe if you're going out that night and you know you're going to use it.
That's
it could be for a prolonged period of time.
But they do... I hear they store them. Because where else? Guys don't carry anything else.
Well, yeah. Like, what are they going to do? Just have it...
I can
raw dogging in their pocket?
Yeah, I can so see them.
Sorry.
Fuck.
Sorry, I'm yelling.
No, I can so see a guy just having like a fucking couple condoms just in the back pocket.
That is crazy. You know how jeans start to get like a little
They're like, oh, like
that's
the
where you
outline
kept
of
your
rubbers.
yeah.
He's like,
Okay,
oh shit, okay.
Because
What's his business having?
No, but well, I was gonna say let's bring back guys carrying around little bags.
No, I agree.
Then there you go.
Nice.
You can carry it in there.
Stop. Honestly, it works really well. You can carry all of your goods
All
and
of your
not be
goods.
scared that your condoms are gonna fall out of you. It makes you feel better.
Put them in a little pouch, just like ladies how we carry our tampons.
You
guys
carry
can carry your
condoms in a little like Ziploc bag. I'll buy you a little cute pouch.
There you
for
go.
Your condoms.
Yeah.
I can have it labeled too if you want it.
Okay, well,
But he truly thought. He said, no matter how this goes, might get lucky.
because how are you telling me this bitch didn't have a condom when he went over to her house, but he had it?
He said, I learned from last time.
He 100%, even though they were in a, well, whatever, maybe it wasn't a fight, but things were awkward, so I don't know what he was thinking.
He's probably like, we were chill.
Maybe. So he was probably like, I gotta have one on me at all times from now moving forward.
We might canoodle.
Me and my, yeah,
my
exactly. Well, the whole reason I brought this up, I just had to bring up the condoms thing, but in books, they love to be like, we're on round 5. Girls, I need us to all be for real right now, because they also love, I mean, luckily, Emily Henry does not talk about the enormous girth of these men.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
Thank
just
you.
implied,
Yeah.
but
We know.
we know, but you're telling me some books, these are the largest you've ever seen, and you're having sex 3 to 4 times a night every night.
God bless your pussy. God bless it.
I'm just thinking like Violet and Zayden, it's like she's 4 foot tall,
And
you're telling me they're going at it every single night and she's fine.
she can walk. There's no way.
I'm just saying,
What's y'all's workout routine?
it just occurred to me. I was like, wait, they just did it yesterday. They did it again today,
Also,
and that's
how
fine.
are you not tired?
You've been hiking.
You're hiking. It's raining.
You're damp.
You're
pissed
sweaty.
off. Yeah.
You're angry. And you're coming down from a moment, and now you're gonna go back into
And then they said,
more moments.
we're gonna do it 2 more times. I can't get over him having at least 3 condoms.
I get it. It's like, what if one
Maybe
breaks
that's
on
why they had to
accident?
stop. He was like, limit is 3. We gotta go back home. But isn't that crazy? You've had sex 4 times in the past
12 hours.
No, like 24.
I mean, yeah, I get it.
I just say that I haven't lived enough. Go ahead. I just think that's crazy.
You know what? People have
And then
that drive.
she continues to say that they're like inseparable from this moment forward.
Yeah.
So like obviously then they go back to their every day is crazy.
Yeah. These people are living.
These
people are living.
I don't know. I'm like, dang, that's a lot.
I don't know how they have time for it, but they are authors.
Like you guys do
They're
have
freelance.
a deadline, but you know, you're right. I'm just like, fuck, this is wild.
Yeah.
I think there would come a point where I was like, I do need a minute.
If I had
Just
Gus,
a short break.
I wouldn't.
I get it. I get it.
But maybe in reality I would. In my fantasy, I wouldn't.
Yeah. These are fantasy at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, it's fine.
They're like, we can never be sore because it's not real.
No. And you would, okay, so at this point of the book, you would really think things are going to go fine.
Right.
You would really think things were going to turn well. No.
It's Emily. She loves to give us
a little, like, pizzazz towards the end. Because this is nearing towards the end of the book, I would say. Some other shit happens. I don't think I wrote anything down between that and then...
Okay, well, can we talk about the divorce real quick?
Oh,
because you had something on the divorce as well.
Yes. Oh, my God.
Okay.
Piss me off.
My question, and then you can say yours, is how long do we think it's been since he's been married? I'm putting my money on 2 years, but why is this divorce so fucking drawn out?
Okay, my guess of the marriage was that it was... Because I wanted to say there was something he mentioned about a milestone with the books, like one of his books or something. And I can't remember if there was something revealed about the marriage or whatever, if she was with him when that was all going on. Don't know it. But I was thinking about this because I was reading about how long it took for him to sign the papers and then to like where the point we are now, which he signed the papers earlier in the book, right? When he took off that whole week. I'm guessing.
But Naomi told him no.
That's right.
Or that's what I guess Markham was calling to say.
That's right.
She wanted details hashed out or something.
And then
whatever.
I'm gonna say they were married without cheating or him knowing about the cheating for like 2 or 3 years. And then discovered, and it's been the ride since. So
I see. I think it's been 2 years since he's been, I guess since the
I see what you mean. Okay.
2 years of separation.
I agree on that. Okay.
I do think it was a shorter marriage.
Yeah, I think it was like a 2 or 3.
Because let's think about the timeline. He said he was 23 in college.
Yeah.
Which is a little late. He's a late bloomer.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
He's a super senior like Jeremiah.
Different this time.
Can read an email.
He also didn't graduate high school though, so like some things happened. Yeah. Whatever. But he's like 22, 23 in college. He's 33
at the end.
Okay.
No, that's
turning 33. So he's early 30s.
Yes, early 30s.
So about 10 years has passed. So somewhere 10 years is a lot of time, I guess, but somewhere in there, I'm assuming he graduated college, met Naomi. I think they were together for not that long.
I think they were like super in love.
Yeah.
Felt like,
maybe they got married quick.
Yeah. I think there was like a 2 to 3 year time of them being married. And then it's been a process of maybe 1 year to 2 years of separation.
So the only reason I say 2 years is because Pete brings up, so we find out that it was revealed that she's been cheating on him on his birthday. So he hates his birthday.
Yeah.
Poor little boy.
Poor baby.
So Pete says every year since the divorce, Markham throws him a party.
So
then you would be like, oh, this divorce happened like 4 years ago. But then you're like, oh, they're still not legally divorced.
You're right, though.
Why the fuck are they? What's going on? And I get it. Like, some people stay separated for a long time. Divorces are expensive. I fully understand.
Yeah.
But
it was more drawn out from her end, which is also really interesting because she's the one that did it. But, yeah, that is really weird. My question with the whole divorce thing was like, why? Maybe this is just my moral question of like, why would you cheat on someone and then not want to like divorce from them?
Right.
If you're obviously wanting to cheat and be with someone else.
Yeah, so you're like living with, I don't know.
Yeah. So my question was more when she was saying to Markham, like she just wanted to have like the details fizzled out or whatever like that. And that's why it's been like kept. And that's what Markham had told Gus I was thinking, I was like, what? Like, what could that have been? I'm like, we don't get to know Naomi so much.
Right.
So I'm thinking like she could just be this girl who just absolutely is awful, obviously, who is just wanting to dangle something into Gus, whatever. But I was like, what would she gain from that? Power, I guess. I don't know. But I was just wondering like what was her full motive there. But again, I guess it didn't really matter because all we needed to see was Gus. But I don't know.
Well,
it was just confusing.
After the book signing or the book interview, whatever, she comes to visit, he goes to talk to her, which he shouldn't, but whatever.
Piss me off.
They go out to like have a drink or something. Piss me the fuck off.
Like, I want you
yeah. So I mean, I think that's why they didn't get a full divorce, is because she's like, wanting him back. So she's trying to draw it out because he ends up finding out that she broke up with Parker a while back, which is weird that she didn't bring it up
in the first place. You would think
why was she keeping it a secret? And then this makes me think,
like, she was probably still cheating.
This bitch Markham probably reported back he's talking to the love of his life, and so then she's like, oh fuck, I gotta go down there. And
yeah, it just pissed me off, right?
It's all Markham's fault.
I think so. This is why you shouldn't have your divorce lawyer being your mutual best friend.
Your friend who, and I just quickly have to say, I don't think that we gave her enough shit because it pisses me off IRL when I get that if you're with somebody for a couple years, you're getting married, whatever, this person's gonna have a relationship with like your friends and family, right? And it's gonna be hard if things don't end well and you break up. Friendships might get ruined, right?
Yeah.
I just feel, let's say for the purpose of this experiment, it's your friend from college and he has been with this girl, let's say 2 years. I feel like that's a reasonable amount of time to want to get to know somebody. Yeah. You guys get along great. You find out, I'm not even going to add the marriage part into it, but you find out that she cheated on him. Mm-hmm. They break up. That's fucked up. As respect to your best friend
that you've known longer,
that you've known for longer, even if you guys get along and it's like, well, that wasn't an issue between us, shouldn't you take your friend's side?
Yeah, I agree.
I just hate when people are like, well, it didn't happen between us, so like we're still gonna stay friends. I think that's fucked up.
I'm like, no, because it happened to me.
You should take your friend's side.
You should take my side.
Right.
Sorry, I am a big believer on that too. Yeah. And if I speak more, I'll probably get in trouble with some people. So I will say though, it's true though. Especially in a relationship. Right. It's like that's just your respect to that person that you've known longer. And again, Markham's just a fucked up bitch. Like I cannot handle that she just couldn't get herself out of the middle of it.
If I was January, I'd be like, rule number 1, hate to be this person, you and Markham, you're done.
Not fun.
You're done.
Because weird, number 1. But yeah, no, that whole
Cassie just said boys and girls can't be friends.
Just kidding. I don't know, this Kayla bitch doesn't obviously have the right things going for her friend, and so overall whatever. But what I will say though, this whole part where Naomi's there and then Gus just fucking dips and says like, okay, and then January's like left to be like, yeah, like fine, it's fine.
Walk home.
And I think it's always raining in Michigan. And she's then going to her fucking house that the mistress is at.
I know.
Oh my god.
Sitting on the fucking porch furniture.
Well, Gus is just out getting a drink with his wife pretty much and is getting told that I want to get back to you. Get back together, whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you have any other ones about that, but...
Well, I can bring it up. Oh, yeah, I can bring it up now. January having the realization that, like, she's the Sonia. It's what a crazy parallel.
Wild.
Different for sure.
But she felt so much guilt.
Yes.
She was so guilty. Mm-hmm. And it's like... At the end of the day, you can tell, like, she's obviously someone who doesn't want conflict. She doesn't want all these things. Because she didn't want... Regardless of how awful Naomi was, she didn't want to be the other woman. She didn't want to be this fucked up thing that, you know, if later on in life she gets or like ridiculed of, hey, you were the one that my dad cheated on or whatever.
Right.
And I was like, that's so tough because that's so sensitive for January in this moment.
A fucked up situation to put her in.
Exactly. Gus.
Yeah, Gus, I'm blaming you.
Blaming you for her father's trauma that she gave.
She literally so early in the book disclosed this trauma that she has. He didn't feel the need to be like, by the way, I'm actually married still legally.
Yeah, no, overall just really awful. And I reread that chapter today before coming over here just to get in the mood, and I cried. I don't know if you have anything about our whole last scene. Not, I guess, because the last part was like 9 months later, but their last scene, I guess. I don't know if you have anything on that.
No, I have a random thing that just says Gus's life is literally so sad.
No, it oh, that's honestly something we didn't talk about. His upbringing.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
He's so damaged.
He's so and you know what? The fucking scar on his lip hurts me.
Who hurt my baby?
His dad.
No, I know.
His dad's who hurt him.
I hate that so much. It's so fucking sad.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's
And then
got
just him
trauma.
being like, I'm on medicine and therapy and I do have to, let me bring this up actually. It doesn't really have to do with that, but it's his whole confession about that. This might be controversial. I do need to admit I don't really give a fuck about either of their books. And or the New Eden side story quest. But I understand that it is symbolic of their lives. But it was kind of giving me Great Big Beautiful Life, where I was like, I'm really not invested in Margaret's life. You know?
I'm just wanting the characters.
Yes.
I agree. Kind of forgot, again, it was a plot. I forgot the whole purpose of the book before I reread it.
That's how I felt a little bit. I was like, wait, I think I forgot some of this.
No, because I just was like, oh, I forgot this is the priority is that she needs to fucking finish this book.
Right.
She has no whatever. And then he is also writer's block, whatever. And I was like, remember trying to reread it, and I go, whose perspective is this? Is this the story, or is this what she's writing? And I think that was like the weird part about it was like when she would talk, because what is it, Eleanor? I don't know what the name is.
Yes, I believe so. Or Ellie or something.
Yeah, something like that. And then she would say like, oh, she did this. And I was like, fuck, I forgot.
Like, who is this?
I forgot that's a fake ass person that you're writing about. I didn't really care too much for it, but also the symbolic parts of it, I was like, yeah, I get it, but I think I could have done without it. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Just being real.
Yeah, that's about it.
Before we get into the last part, there was a thing I just saw. I just need to tell you, I feel like you're going to love this.
Okay.
Is that when they explained the house, both of the houses, all of, what it looked like, I was like, oh, it's so beautiful. It's so cute. And then they were talking about their windows, how, they can see each other. All it gave me was Twilight and how those houses looked. Because with the big ass windows, like the fucking Florida
right.
ceiling, and how they could see and like the screen doors or whatever. And I was like, all I can literally view is those wooden ass houses with the big ass glass doors and windows. And that's all I could see.
That's not how I envisioned it, but
in a less modern way.
Okay.
But in like a still woodsy vibe.
Yeah.
But I was like, why can I not think of just Edward Cullen just like on the fucking back door like that?
Is pretty. I've seen people, I don't know if it's controversial, but people have been like, oh, what do we think the layout of their houses is?
I have a vision in my head.
I have a vision too, and in my vision, they are off the road away from everybody. It's just their two houses.
I would say it's just their two. There's nothing really around. It's just like all like grass and trees and whatever. And then like down the road up more is where you're still to see more civilization. It's just them two. Which is kind of scary. Imagine you didn't know your neighbor.
That is fair. Your neighbor's crazy?
Yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah.
No. But I have a vision as to exactly what I can literally visualize it right now, walking through it, what it looked like.
Yeah.
But it could look different to everybody.
Yeah.
But just had to say that's what I thought. And I was like, oh, that's funny. I don't watch the Twilight movies as much, so I was like, maybe I don't know them as well. But from my perspective, I was like, if it looks anything like a Din Tai Fung, then I think I'm on
it's
track.
the Cullens household.
Yes. Okay, now we can talk about the last part.
Okay.
Just a lot. Number one with the letters, her dad's letters, which was a lot.
It's a lot.
Learned a lot.
Yeah.
Also, Sonia, that's her. Her being like, you have more of your dad than you think. Don't say that you don't. But I was like, okay, she's kind of real for shaping her up like that.
Right. And
then all of this to happen, and then how do you say her best friend's name?
Shaddy?
Yeah. Comes, comforts her, all this stuff. The fact that we get like a full-on giving a Cinderella story moment in the rain. Oh, what a cherry on top. I thought I was about to lose my shit when he was just like, I went to see her. And she said she still wants to be married to me. And then she wants to try again. And I thought about maybe, like, what would it be like? And then January is just shutting her eyes closed, like shivering, freaking out, crying. And then he's just like going on. And when she says like, I just want to so badly be like, please stop. Like, please stop. I don't know what to say. I don't want to be here. And then he's like, I don't know if I want to be married, blah, blah, blah. And I realized like, no, that's not true. I want to be married to you. while dancing in the rain,
Yep.
while listening to whatever that's, what was it? He put that song on. I don't know what song it was, but
It's not the January and June.
no,
January. Okay.
it was another song, but I can't remember what it was.
I can't
But
remember what it is.
him trying to make this moment big, because he was like, she was saying, you're not a romance writer, you don't know how to make this romantic thing, and then he goes and makes this confession, the most romantic thing that you could possibly do.
Yeah. Also,
Yes, I love
just
you.
him like knocking at her door and being like, please, I
Please.
just want to talk to you, and like she hasn't answered his phone calls or anything, which also this bitch not calling for like a solid 12 hours. Gus, I have some.
I would have been like, so why did it take you this long?
No, yeah, I would have shut my phone off too. I would have been like, enough.
He was
sick of
like,
it.
I had to keep thinking about it.
What'd you have to think about?
Pretty fucking, though, you had the whole book to think.
You,
You
literally.
had the whole like couple months.
But whatever. But for him to be like pounding at her door, and then she's like having this inner monologue of like, what do I do? What do I do?
Yeah.
And then she's like, okay, I have to run after him, and then he's gone. And it's like,
Heartbreak.
I lost my chance, and then his car's on the side of the road. I don't know. Whatever. All this weird stuff happens.
Yeah.
His car's not there. She's like, he's left. He's gone back to Naomi. All for him to be playing. He went back in to play music to come back out together.
Blasting out. It's blasting. He can barely even talk.
Yeah.
She's sobbing.
Right.
He's just talking about his ex-wife,
Right.
and then confesses. Kind of a wild lead up.
I would also
Gus.
be like, okay, so were the papers signed or what?
So is it confirmed?
So is it, are you done?
We didn't even honestly get to know that until.
Yeah, because like, are you still together? What's going on?
wild. But I guess all in the end worked out fine. But I will say, wow, Emily, you really knew how to write that last damn chapter. I was
Yeah.
on the edge of my seat the first time I read it, because I was like, there's no way this is going to turn out bad. Duh, it's a romance book.
Right.
But the way that this was handled, I was like, shit, I don't know what's going to happen. I
Yeah.
don't know what they're going to say.
Mm-hmm.
And then to say 9 months later, I said, bitch. I remember being scared at first, going,
Not 9
"If
months
it's
later.
a fucking baby."
Yeah.
Like, y'all know how we feel about a
Y'all
pregnancy
know.
trope.
But I get it. It was to go back to his birthday.
I get it.
Yeah. Well, I do have to say, only thing I have to comment on that. Well, he finally fucking told Markham to chill the fuck out.
Yeah, thank God.
But do we think that January told Gus that her dad would sing June and January to her, or do we think that Gus just started doing that on his own?
I don't know, because she never really opened
She never
up.
says it, but he hums it in the very end.
I would like to think he came up with it himself.
I do too.
Because I think I could see him being so cutesy lovey and finding like a song for her. And
Yeah.
then knowing it and then humming it. And then happens to be the song that her dad sang.
Cute.
Cutesy! That's it for my deep dive, though.
Me too.
We have a lot more to go. Unfortunately.
Okay, let's get into our favorite quotes.
I think you have, looking at it now, I think you have a little bit more than me if you want to
Sorry,
start.
I have
No,
so
you're
many.
good.
Okay, well, I just had to put in some that are the beautiful ways that Emily Henry writes. So this is one of
Yes.
those. So this is from January, chapter 12. And it says, "The warmth filled me up until I felt like a tea kettle trying hard not to whistle."
Damn.
Also, I forgot to throw this
beautiful.
out. This is so random, but her birthday is January 13th, right?
Mhm.
I'm January 12th.
You're
So
basically January.
I've always felt a little bit of a connection to January.
When's Gus's?
It's got to be in June-ish.
June-ish. Yeah, I know it's in
Right?
the summer.
Yeah. So this is from chapter 17 from Gus, and it says, "I think it's brave to believe in love. I mean the lasting kind, to try for that, even knowing it can hurt you." And the way that he wanted to stay with Naomi even after she cheated on him.
His love for January is so insane to me,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like I don't know, he just, the way he explained about towards the end, going like, I'm not this kind of person, but like, for you I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
How do you find someone that does that? That's
Yeah.
just true love as shit. Like, fuck. But he's baby boy. Okay, this is the quote from 23. Sorry. "Bad things don't dig down through your life until the pit's so deep that nothing good will ever be big enough to make you happy again. No matter how much shit, there will always be wildflowers."
Oh,
Wow. Like,
cute.
good to know. Noted.
Okay, this is another quote where Miss Emily Henry just works her magic.
Mm-hmm.
It says from January chapter 21, He was so close that most of his face looked blurry to me, and the smell of the blue punch on his blue lips made my blood feel like it was spiked with pop rocks.
God, she knows how to fucking talk.
Yeah.
She really knows how to write.
She does.
Do you do workshops, Emily?
Yeah, truly. I'll take the class.
I'll take a class. Okay, my next one this is about her friend.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's just funny. I thought it was funny. She had the habit of falling in love with people who had no interest in falling in love. Chapter 27. This is January talking about shoddy. Shoddy?
Shoddy. Shoddy. Only you shoddy.
I don't know why. It's because it's like spelt differently than when I think my brain thinks it is.
Okay, Gus, chapter 23, and it says, I don't need snowflakes as long as there's January.
Oh, God. I wish I had a name that could be, like that.
I wish I had a fun name.
Such a cool name.
I'll never get over it.
I'm never going to talk to my parents like that again. Like, damn. Anything better.
Okay, this is from Gus, chapter 27. This is actually kind of a twofer. I cheated.
I love this one.
I've never met someone who is so perfectly my favorite person. And then he says, when I watch you sleep, I feel overwhelmed that you exist. And this is just a nod back to the beginning of the book where she's talking about love and says that something about it being them being perfectly your favorite person. And like, when you watch somebody sleep and you're like overwhelmed by their existence, and she's saying that that's not how she felt with Jacques. So what a great nod back to the beginning.
God, I can't even talk about what would happen if I heard that.
That is so beautiful.
Yeah.
When I watch you sleep, I feel overwhelmed that you exist.
That's basically a vow. That's a vow. That is so good. My last quote, this is actually from her dad in one of the letters. It says, I want to keep you forever. Who am I without you? The whole dad and daughter relationship of this book, it's kind of hard. Like, it's tough. It's just tough. And, like, it's just sad. But I really liked that part because, really, she was his whole world.
Yeah,
at the end of it.
Yeah.
So,
well, then don't fuck it up.
Yeah, bitch.
God.
That changed very quickly.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, my last quote. Chapter 28, this is Gus, and he says, for January, I don't care how the story ends as long as I'm spending it with you.
Imagine that having a dedication like that.
I know.
Be found shot dead. God, that's so good. So beautiful.
So beautiful.
Final jam.
Do you want me to do mine and then?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I added some in last minute because I changed up my mind.
Oh, some of that is good.
Yeah. So, okay.
Damn.
Obviously, this is a given. This isn't me, but June and January by Dean Martin, because that song is referenced.
June and January because
I'm in love.
Yeah. I was like, because I'm loving.
Or wait.
You're right, though.
Because I'm in love. Yeah. Okay. I put in Fine Line by Harry Styles. Just felt like it could go with it.
Yeah.
I put in Back to Friends by Somber. I feel like this is how she felt after they hooked up and they were at the party. She was like, how am I supposed to be normal around this person? We just hooked up, right?
So good.
I put Falling for You by the 1975. Beautiful song, and probably just how they feel the entire time because they're falling for each other.
Yeah.
Okay, Party for You by Charlie XCX. This was a last minute addition because I was on TikTok and I was like, wait, this was the frat party. It's not confirmed that he is a frat boy, right? Or is he?
He's not. I don't think so.
Okay, because like imagine he's like throwing these parties hoping that they'll get to interact. It's giving Great Gatsby.
I think he was one of those that was not in a frat, but like Loki was in the frat bros friend group and like could talk and shit. But that song, have you ever just like?
It's a great song.
Have you ever just like listened in the darkness to it?
Can't say I have, but. But I get what you mean.
Yeah, for someone who has done it, not me.
Yeah,
but it's awesome.
No, that's fair.
It's really good.
This does kind of seem like his anthem.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
so good.
My last one, just for funsies, Lay All Your Love on Me by ABBA.
Yes.
And they're at a beach. It's perfect.
It's perfect. Okay, I just have two songs because I feel like you had a really good take on them. Is Lacey, Olivia Rodrigo, just for Naomi purposes. I feel like she compared her to herself very, very often. And then I also wanted to do This Is Me Trying by Taylor Swift because she was really going through it and she was just trying to trek along. So,
That's true.
Great songs. great songs.
We did that.
Book. I loved it.
I'm telling you, I don't know what it's called, but put me as the person who picks music for TV and movies.
Let me be Jenny Han.
Dude, give me her budget.
Give me her budget.
Yeah.
Because how does she get that, you know?
That's, yeah.
But hope you guys liked today's episode. I know it was so long, but who gives a shit? We have lots to say when it comes to an M-Hem book. Y'all know that shit. But we are excited to do hopefully more deep dives later on. I think we need to decide what we want to do next.
Right.
But we have some fun episodes planned for you guys coming soon.
Yes.
If you guys want more content, feel free to check out our Instagram and our TikToks. We've been trying to post on there a lot bit more, and you guys seem to like it. So keep on following, leaving comments, liking it, sharing it to all your friends. And if you've read Beach Read, listen to this whole episode, and you have a friend who would like to read it too, give him some love. Give him some love. Give him the book, and send them a link to this episode.
Yeah.
Hope to see you there.
Ditto. Well, thank you for watching or listening, everybody. And as always, we will see you in our next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.